We pause from our coverage of the Trump jury instruction matter in New York City to bring you the return of the Angry Bobcat. Yes, the Angry Bobcat is back. The Columbus Dispatch editorial page editor, Amelia Robinson. She is the Angry Bobcat, and she is very angry today because at her local Kroger, she is now being carded for the things she has purchased. And Amelia Robinson is very upset about this. But she is, at least in the portion of the editorial I've been through so far, not labeling it what I thought she would label it, which is racist. But if you didn't know, last week we told you that there are 6 Krogers in Central Ohio and now 6 in Cincinnati, where when you check out, you'll be like, wait a minute, I thought I was at Kroger. Turns out I'm at Costco. They're checking my receipt when I leave. They are checking the receipts at Kroger. Can you guess why? That's right. To cut off a lot of the shoplifting that has been going on, that has been causing significant damage to Kroger's bottom line. We all want the prices low in the store, right? Of course we do. What causes prices to be high? I mean, besides Joe Biden's rampant runaway spending. Shoplifting, right? Every business cost is factored into the cost of the items that you buy in any store. And if you have retail theft in Ohio costing Ohio retailers $2 to $3 billion a year, and those numbers come from the Ohio Chamber of Commerce, well, then it would behoove those stores, if they want to stay in business, to cut off the amount of shoplifting. Now, Amelia Robinson, the Angry Bobcat, refers to the armed security guards at the Kroger checkouts as friendly but nevertheless armed. And she does not like the fact that they are armed. And she does not like the fact that they are checking her receipt. And here's a paragraph from her editorial today. The friendly but nevertheless armed guards are extreme, even if they will deter some of the real shoplifters costing Kroger millions. I can't even begin to follow the logic of that sentence. She's admitting in the sentence that the strategy Kroger has deployed is going to work, but she doesn't like it anyway. She says, they also deter legitimate shoppers who'd rather not be treated as if they are guilty of shoplifting until a receipt proves them innocent. Let's check the BS meter on that one. Oh, it's in the red. Has anybody been to a Costco lately? Is Costco not one of the best growth stocks in the United States of America? Has anybody tried to get into a Costco on a Saturday or a Sunday? Quick in, quick out, just going to grab a bag of frozen organic strawberries to make smoothies. Not that this has ever happened to me. Oh my goodness, the lines. Is every person at a Costco not checked at the door to make sure they didn't shoplift what they have? In fact, now Costco has made it more inconvenient, if you want to adopt the Angry Bobcat's logic, more inconvenient for shoppers. Why? Because Costco found out that when you walk in, you got to show your membership card, right? But they don't really get right up in your face and check it too closely. They just let you walk. There's a picture. Okay, yeah, reasonably you look like, plus there's like 8 people behind you because Costco's so popular and we got to check them too. So they just let you go in. And you used to just be able to go up to the cash register and buy whatever you wanted. Nope, not now. They checked your card again much more closely before you check out. Why? Because Costco found out that there were a lot of people who were shopping at Costco who weren't Costco members. They were using someone else's Costco card. And then you have to get checked when you leave, literally moments later after you've checked out, in order to get out. And they go right down through your receipt, every single thing. They look in the cart. They make sure everything is there. If Amelia Robinson is right, and she isn't, that receipt checking, quote, deters legitimate shoppers who'd rather not be treated as if they are guilty of shoplifting until a receipt proves them innocent. Wouldn't Costco's the world over be empty? They check you 3 times in, before you check out, and after. She's an idiot. She's an idiot to write this. She's also blind to something she took up as one of her other Angry Bobcat causes as recently as last September. Let's review, class. Do any of us remember anything bad happening at a Central Ohio Kroger recently because of shoplifting? Oh, I see Arnold Horshack's hand up in the corner. Yes, tell us, Arnold. You guys can't hear him, so I'll translate. The death of 21-year-old Takaya Young in a Blendon Township Kroger because she was doing what? Shoplifting expensive liquor, as expensive as you can get at Kroger, went outside, got in her car, wouldn't roll the window down when she was stopped by Blendon Township officers, accelerated her car to try to get away, and was shot because she, in the officer's opinion, tried to run him over. Had Takaya Young's receipt been checked at the door, Takaya Young would be alive today, and her two sons, age 6 and 3 at the time of her death, would have their mom. And the baby girl that she was carrying when she was shot and killed, that I believe also very unfortunately killed the little girl, they would all four be alive today. And the family of Takaya Young that has accused Blendon Township Police, of course, because the series of horrendously stupid, illegal decisions that Takaya Young made to get herself shot by police would not have happened if her receipt was checked at the checkout. Was the Angry Bobcat on vacation at that time? Or did the Angry Bobcat opine about this in the pages of the Columbus Dispatch on September 2nd under the headline, "Shoplifting Shouldn't Have Escalated into Death in Takaya Young Police Shooting"? And in the midst of that screed from Amelia Robinson, she writes, there seem to be a million alternatives that could have taken that would, there seem to have been a million alternatives that could have been taken that would have ensured the 21-year-old, her unborn child, and the officers survived the encounter. Well, the officers survived the encounter because they were armed and they were trained if they were threatened with deadly force, which an accelerating car most definitely is. They were trained to protect themselves and the community. But yes, there was one of a million alternatives, Amelia Robinson, that could have kept Takaya Young alive. And I would submit that one of those alternatives is the checking of her receipt before she left the store shoplifting liquor. The moronic opinion taken by Amelia Robinson that this is somehow deterring shoppers from going to Kroger, or that Kroger is supposed to just grin and bear the losses of multi-million-dollar shoplifting issues in its stores, is mind-numbing to me. It is mind-numbing to me. She writes, larceny, which includes all thefts, has declined nationally since 1990, according to the Brennan Center for Justice. Wow, the Brennan Center for Justice. That sounds impressive, right? We better look them up and find out what are their main initiatives. Oh, here it is. The Brennan Center for Justice is a think tank focused on what? Reducing crime? Making our cities better? No, the Brennan Center for Justice is a think tank focused on democracy and voting rights issues. Is it even remotely possible that the Brennan Center for Justice might take a slanted view of these kinds of things? I will continue to shop at Costco and Kroger and any other store that checks my receipt at the door. You know why? Because I feel like that makes me a safer customer, because the crooks will learn not to go in those stores. Their costs will be lower and I will be safer. But Amelia Robinson, the Angry Bobcat,